It is the one and only
Oh,
Ariel Helwani.
you're talking about me.
Yeah, were you looking around?
Wow.
Oh, come on.
You know yourself.
How you getting
my
on,
man.
buddy?
What a dream this is. On multiple levels, if I'm being honest. Number one, being here with you. What a time. I mean, we drive around Dublin, and you're like, oh, that building back on January 4th, 1812, this guy walked out, had a cup of coffee, had a donut, had a chicken filet roll. Over there, they built that actually on September 4th, 1976. It's unbelievable, your knowledge, by the way. If I took you around Montreal, I wouldn't know anything. That's number one. Number two, being here at the historic Joe.ie offices.
Do you remember that on the ass of Connor's pants?
Do I remember it?
Iconic.
Brandau fight.
Yes.
I was there, July of 2014. In fact, what a segue. First time back since that fight.
How much bigger though? Like I remember you used to constantly talk about this memory you have of Temple Bar like it was some kind of big deal. I think you've knocked that memory out of the orbit here.
Meaning on this trip.
Yeah, because I mean it's crazy. It is absolutely insane.
What
you
happened
can't take
at Temple
two.
Bar when we went? No, just in case people weren't there.
When you had the pint of Guinness and everyone started apparently singing his name. Like I was there, didn't really hear that much, but what were they singing? There's only one Ariel Helwani.
Oh, it was great.
There's only.
I mean, it was impromptu.
Nobody sang at you.
It was impromptu. It was impromptu. No, this has been nuts. It really has. It's really warmed my heart. And no, we were talking about it. Jokes aside, like, why is there so much love here as opposed to other places? And you know, other places are great as well. And perhaps it's, you know, all the Connor interviews over the years, the interviews with the likes of you know, Paddy Holohan and Cathal Pendred and John Kavanagh and
Joe Duffy.
like, now Ian Gary, Joe Duffy, Irish Joe, legend. I've always just loved the Irish people. I love the Irish culture. I love the Irish vocabulary, as you know. I love the programming. I love the Toy Spectacular. I love the Late Late Show. I love RTE1. There's something very genuine. I mean, you like, you know, I consider you a very good friend, and I think when I am saying this about the Irish people, I'm saying this about you as well. Very warm, very genuine, very authentic, very welcoming. Right? You're just a great nation, and I've always wanted to find a reason to come back. I've always felt like I was chasing this dragon of July of 2014. Every event, I compare it to July of 2014 because that to me was the best event I've ever attended live. And as you know, and I'm no Johnny-come-lately when it comes to Katie Taylor. I may be a Johnny-come-lately when it comes to other things. Shout out Nottingham Forest. But Katie Taylor, for some reason, I really was impressed by her and taken by her demeanor, but just how much of a killer she is in the ring. And so I've been tweeting about her, watching her for so many years, and I've always said if she fought in Ireland, first time as a pro, I wanted to be there. And so I feel, honestly, honored that I get to be here for this moment.
Tell us some of your favorite Irish sayings, because you've got quite a few now that you've cultivated.
You know yourself. I mean, golly, that's not one. Oh my God, I mean, we could sit here for hours. All right, let's go. I love You Know Yourself. That's been one of my favorites as of late.
I saw you communicate with one fan who was looking for a picture. He thought he had a full conversation with you, and all you said was, "You know yourself" 5 times. And he was like, "Thanks so much for the time, mate. Thanks." And you were just like, "You know yourself."
I mean, it's a great line. What's the story? What's the crack? The crack is 90, bleeding, all over the gaff.
All over the gaff. You love that.
All over the gaff is, and then there's the sayings, and then there's like the way you phrase things. For example, I'd say you were all over the gaff at that pub last night. You know what I mean?
What would the Americans say instead of?
You would say like you were all over, all over the place, talking bollocks, up the bollocks, this, that, or the
other. How do you even get up a bollocks? It's a ball sack.
It's just. It's a bunch of bollocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many. I love it. I love everything about it. Jesus has been one of my favorites for a long time as well.
You use it perfectly as well. Exasperation moments, always a Jesus out of you now, which I find amazing.
It's very natural.
Yeah.
It's actually a part of my vernacular. Also, the way you guys say things like we don't actually use verbs this way. Like you say, I'm sat near the bar.
Okay.
I
it's
would
like
say
past tense nearly?
Yeah, I would say I'm sitting at the bar. and you're just like, I'm sat near the bar. I'm like, wow, that's an interesting way. And I find myself legitimately saying this now, like to my family members and stuff. Like I'm in conversation, not as a joke. Usually it's as a joke, and I'm trying to endear myself to the Irish community. But no, I love it. I love everything about it. I'm an unabashed lover of all things Ireland.
Yeah, I mean, they love.
Don't get me
also.
started on Roy Keane, the great Roy Keane.
I was going to ask you, outside of Katie, who
Cork.
was your favourite athlete? Because we know you love Katie. You've made that abundantly clear.
Yes.
Who was your next favourite?
Well,
Well, you can't outside of MMA or
yeah,
stuff.
like,
Okay,
I mean, I feel like there's a
good pal
question
Connor.
you're
You're
gonna-
obviously down the Black Forge and all that stuff,
come on,
chilling
you know
away.
your stuff.
Yeah.
Steak on a Stone is fantastic,
yeah?
by the way.
Yeah,
Try
of
it
course.
yourself. You know yourself.
I do know myself.
Favorite Irish? I mean, how could I go against the great Roy Keane, who, of course, 114 appearances for my beloved Nottingham Forest, who are, you know, by the time this comes out, by the way, I just want to say, spoiler, by the time this comes out, we will have beaten Arsenal at the world-famous City Ground. I'm expecting a 2-0 victory. Probably my man, Brendan Johnson, getting the dub, right?
Yeah.
2 goals. What is it called?
A brace?
A brace. I knew that. It was hat trick, 3-2.
Oh, well
and,
done, yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to waltz right into Crystal Palace and, you know,
They're
stay
bums.
up. Yeah. Oh, my God. Stevie Cooper, great Welsh man. We could talk a little football, right?
I mean, we've gone from Roy Keane now
Yeah.
to you just naming the
I
starting
mean-
11 for Nottingham
I mean,
Forest.
how could you not
He played
talk
for them in
about
1993,
How
mate.
could you not talk about Morgan Gibbs-White? Perhaps the best midfielder in the Premier League, would you say?
I mean, yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne, who?
I mean,
You
they're
know?
up there together.
And could you believe Wolves just let him go?
Yes. Wolves, silly club.
Yeah.
Do you want to get back to Roy Keane there?
I mean, Navas has been a great pickup as well. Shout out to the great Dino Henderson, who's, you know, coming back next year, hopefully, from Man United. In any event, Roy Keane is a legend. A lot of people have said that I remind them of Roy Keane
What?
as far as, like, punditry.
No.
He tells it like it is, no?
You and Roy Keane.
Yeah.
You're like really friendly guy. Roy Keane's the opposite of that.
Oh, okay. No, but isn't he like someone who kind of tells it like it is?
You see yourself like a Roy Keane?
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't get to watch a lot of his stuff because...
I heard you got a dodgy box though. I heard you got a dodgy box.
Are you serious? I don't have... Listen, I'm fucking Ariel Helwani. You think I'm doing dodgy boxes and stuff? I won't even... When my friends would have Napster, I would go to the HMV, as you guys would call it, not HMV.
How are you getting this
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
man?
yeah,
This
yeah.
is
And I would go
stupid.
and buy. I wouldn't go to the fucking Napster. Nothing is
How did
dodgy.
you get
about me.
HMV? Where did you pull that from?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Ah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Taking the piss right here, this guy. HMV, I was like their #1 customer. Sinead O'Connor, yes. Sinead O'Connor, when she came out with the Foggy Dew, I mean...
What year was that?
Hell. 1993.
Yes,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
What are you
When
doing?
she did
mate?
that at the Tree Arena, that was some night, I tell you what.
At the Tree Arena? That
Yeah.
wasn't the MGM Grand.
No, her
Oh, I
concert.
think you were
when
at that
she
too?
Opened it up, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a square in the middle of Dublin where they would trade horses. And then no, this is a great story.
He was in Stony Banner last night, and this is where I was
what are you
walking
talking
through
about?
Smithfield.
I'm trying to tell you a story. And they would trade the horses in the 1980s. And then they
Up
redid
until-
it. Up
yeah,
until,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then the great Bono of
Yeah,
U2
Freedom of the
opened
City,
it up.
yeah.
It was unbelievable. What a night it was. You know, this guy is leaving the Late Late Show. And now there's like
Ryan
a big
Tubridy?
push. Yeah, there's a big push to see who's going to replace him.
And you were on the Today Show.
I was on the Today Show, and I'm
your
trying to
work.
put my name in the hat, and they've been telling me, they've been emailing me, and they're like, we don't know if the audience is going to take you because you're not Irish. First of all, I'm pretty much
What's the crack with that?
I'm pretty much 50% Irish at this point.
Load
Number
of
one.
bollocks.
Number two, James Corden, he came over to
He's
America.
done, man. He's done.
No, he quit.
He was acting the fool in restaurants.
yeah.
Career nosedive.
Point is, and what about the guy before him, Craig Ferguson? Point is, you don't have to be from the country to be a star in the country. And so I would say,
But you've proven that already over here, no?
stop talking shite.
Is that to me?
Open
or-
your mind. No, I'm telling this to the RTE. It's Helwani for Late Late Show. Hashtag, all right? Get it started.
You started a
Yeah,
different
I started
hashtag
it.
though.
I
Yeah.
started it,
No, you
yeah.
didn't use a different
Yeah, I
hashtag.
know, I couldn't think of it in the moment,
Okay.
but, you know, just trying to make it happen. At least the Toy Spectacular would be nice.
I had you down in Stony Batter.
Yeah.
You said you were going to buy a gaff out there. Is that true?
well, you were taking me around town. You were showing me like the South Side, Dublin 15, Dublin this, that. And I'm like, this is a little bit dodgy. But then you took me to like the Brentwood. I think that was Dublin 1.
That was like the Aylesbury Road there on the south side.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
He got like I'm obviously from Blanchardstown. He's driving up the road, and I was like, "This is like one of the nicest areas in Dublin." He's like, "This is where I'd live."
Yeah, it was nice to go back to the Gibson Hotel as well. We had some
Mobbed
great
out
memories there. Yeah.
Do you get
Myself
sick
and
of all
Holly
the
Nelson.
people?
Do I get sick? Absolutely not. I love the love. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, as you know, so I like to give the old fist bump as opposed to the old handshake. I would like to let the world know that the bow, I think, is the most respectful thing you could do to someone. You meet
So
them, you go like this, you bow. I mean, is there anything more respectful than a bow?
So just an interaction. Let's pretend I'm a fan of yours. Oh my
Ariel,
God, it's
what's
Ariel
the story?
Helwani. What's
I can't
the story?
believe it. No, we go like this. Respect, respect. Why do I want to fucking hug you? I don't want to hug you. I don't want your
So
germs
what if
all
they
over
get
me.
in too
And
close?
then, you know what's the worst? The handshake, the sweaty palms. It's like, golly.
And we're sweaty people.
Yeah.
We're a very sweaty
But the
nation.
love has been fantastic. I mean, it really has been nice. So do I get annoyed of it? No. Am I blown away by it? Yes.
You got a free horse and carriage to the Glimmer Man yesterday.
Well, I did pay him a few quid. You know?
Well, you didn't pay him in the correct currency. Is
It was
what I
a
heard.
tenner, you know? I gave him a tenner.
He's ringing me going like, "What's the correct? What do you do with this bullshit money?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Just get him to sign it
That's
next
American money. Straight from Joe.ie himself.
How, as I asked you already, this guy drives a horse and carriage. Where is he going to park a horse and carriage outside a bank to change the
It
currency?
was lovely. We were going to the Glimmer Man. Shout out. Great dartboard over there.
Can we
We
talk?
had heard, yes. And they told us, you know, if you want to go play darts, go to the Glimmer Man. That's in the sort of like Brooklyn of Dublin. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's like a real sort of
Sounding
like
better.
hipster. Yeah, it's fantastic. The night before we went to the Slatter. No.
Slattery's.
Can we do that again? The night before we went to Slattery's. And what a scene it was. I had the vegetable soup with a little
That is
soda
such a
bread.
you order.
I had
Like
a
he-
soda bread. It was fantastic. The soda bread was fantastic. You little dip it in, nice. Had a Guinness, if I'm being honest, more of a forged stout guy myself. Anyway, you know yourself.
I have 4 cans. I've got 4 cans
yourself.
of Forge Stout. I haven't tried it yet. I'm excited. I can't wait for that.
So anyway, then we went to the Glimmer Man, and we were outside Temple Bar. Now, for me, if I'm being honest, Temple Bar a little too touristy, right? You know, we were there in 2014.
You were there. You were there before you went. Remember, you tried to go to Buskers, and they're like, "We don't have a dartboard anymore."
They took it down.
Ridiculous.
They took it down, but I'm there with Olympian / undefeated sensation 7-0, if not 8-0, Sky Nicholson, matchroom fighter. And she was on my show in February, and she beat me in the darts. I love the darts, of course. Bully Boy, MVG, Getawin Price.
What? Go again there? What?
Getawin.
Get-
Getawin.
Is that?
That's how you do it in
Do it again?
Welsh. Getawin.
Oh.
You know, Eddie, Barry, PDC, etc. They're coming to Madison Square Garden in June. In any event, she beat me 93 to like 30 something. So I needed my rematch. You tell me to go to the Glimmer Man. They have Glimmer Man. They have a dartboard there. She completely smoked me in the rematch. Then I said, all right, let's play 501.
Oh, I thought you were about to bring up.
No. Oh, I'm getting there. They're like, all right, 501 may take too long. Let's play 301. Smoked me in that. Now I'm soaking my sorrows. Have a bit of a pint. You know what I mean? And by the way, it's not called... The 3 Arena used to be called The Point, not The Pint. I heard you say The Pint.
I didn't.
Yeah.
You said it.
No,
I have
no,
it on
no,
video.
no.
We have it on video.
And then
you saying.
he walks up and he's like, all right, I've been waiting this whole time to play you darts.
is
You
a
talk
bar-
about
this
the darts.
happened,
You
yeah.
talk about this, that. You talk about I can't speak, all this shit. What did I do? And now, at this point, I'm like, you know, I haven't eaten. I'm starving. I'm a little bit lightheaded. I freaking waltzed up into that thing.
Well,
wasn't even looking. I was like, yeah, whatever. Bang. Freaking bullseye on the money. Boom. One
You're
shot.
some kind of pissed, you know.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Am I
But
talking bollocks?
I went up, right? This is the thing. He usually hits like 30 on the MMA hour when he's trying, like really hard.
35.
So I went up and I hit 3 18s. That's
felt good. You
54.
felt
I
good.
was
You
like,
felt
he's never
good.
touching this. Then you walk up, first dart, and you did it in a nonchalant way. I think if you had been in the studio doing this, you would have been more of an... You kind of did a
swear to
walk away.
God.
Like the Mark Hunt walk away.
Thank you.
Yeah, you went...
I'm shocked.
And I was like, what? And then there was 2 darts left, so he still had to hit 4, and I was like, there is a chance you hit 2 ones here. But you hit a 13 immediately. Game over.
I appreciate you letting the
Well
world
done,
know.
well done.
I love the darts. Hashtag I love the
Love
darts.
the darts.
Uh,
No,
one
it's not I love the darts. It's hashtag love the darts.
Oh, isn't it? I love the darts.
No.
Okay. Hashtag love the darts. One of my bucket list trips, Ali Pali in December.
Were you gonna bring me? I remember I told you I want to be like the. Do you remember the French dude Bourdain used to bring around with him? I want to be that to you. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I'll get a facelift, whatever they need me to do.
It's such a great time. I'm watching Premier League darts now on DAZN. Shout out to DAZN.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to our good friends at DAZN. I'm here for DAZN. Might as well. I think Joe does some work with DAZN.
Yes, that's
I
correct.
mean, what about the work you've been doing over here at Joe? I mean, it's been, if I'm being
Long time
honest,
coming.
I keep ringing them up. I'm like, guys, you have the #1
I keep ringing them.
combat sports journalist. Like, what is the crack here? What are you doing? What are you doing? He lives 10 minutes down the road, Blanchardstown.
That's like
you know,
40
you,
minutes.
you take the dart
No,
get off at
that's outside.
Dunleary, you know, a couple coinage here and there, slim fitted suit, and then you're here. Why aren't you hiring this guy? Finally, they sorted it out.
And before you go, Ariel, I just thought, because you love the Irish so much, I thought you'd also like to taste Ireland. What
Yes.
does this taste like? And we have an array of delicacies here.
Oh
for
my
you.
God, this is
We
amazing.
have, I'll put on gloves because Ariel is a germaphobe, as many of you know. The fig roll is, well, you'd have that with a cup of tea. The crisp sandwich is
There's
basically
actual
just
chips in the.
It's potato chips, but we call them crisps. Cheese and onion on the bread. I'd actually like you to start there, if you will. Just pick it up and
Cheese and onion. It's gonna kill my breath.
go on.
Wait, is it just?
That's butter and that.
You're kidding me.
This is a big deal now, Ariel.
Chips
Now, pick it
in
up
the
with two hands.
sandwich.
That's all there is in there.
What kind of a sandwich is this?
It's a crisp sandwich.
Is it-
Jesus.
Is this like a working man sandwich?
No, this is like an everyman
Like
sandwich.
you would have this as lunch.
No,
Or is
you'd
it
have
like
it
you're
after
saying?
dinner when it's like 8 o'clock and you're like, I need something.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. But here we go.
Oh, then that crunch.
There's something.
You hate it, don't you?
It's just weird.
Do you hate it? Out of 5.
I don't want to insult the people of Ireland.
Just do it. Just do what you have to do.
2.5.
Right, fig roll.
This I'm excited about.
It's a fig and a roll. People often question, how did they get the fig into the fig roll? It's like,
I'm also questioning why these are so hard. How long have these been here?
no, they're hard. They're
I mean,
that's the way they
for
go.
fuck's
That's,
sake.
that's the way it goes.
Taking the piss with these, huh?
There's got a bit of
Everyone
bite.
loves him. I'm gonna talk to him. Little known fact about me. Big fig guy.
Wow.
One of the biggest fig guys in the biz.
Habib Nurmagomedov, also a big fan of figs. And they say you two couldn't get along.
3.
3 out of 5? Okay, this is a delicacy. You can't get red lemonade anywhere else in the world. You have lemonade, basic bitch lemonade over
I
where you're
love
from.
lemonade.
But this,
But it's fizzy.
it's fizzy, baby. We have a glass.
And what is this? What is this called?
That's a fig roll,
That's just a fig roll. And this was called?
a crisp sandwich. Here you go. Have a go.
This
at
is
it.
red, and it's called Red TK.
Red lemonade.
Are they paying us for this?
Are TK paying us for this? No, they aren't paying us.
Hey, schlant.
It's not shit.
Fuck. So close. So close. So freaking close. Schlanty. You know why you say that?
It's launch it.
You know why you say it? Because you're saying goodbye to the drink.
Go, oh, wow. Is that what it is?
You know yourself, Peter. Go on. Ooh, that's fantastic.
Do you like that? Wow. We got a winner here, I think.
4.2.
Wow.
Mm.
Really?
Mm.
So do you know when we were like kids, we used to drink Southern Comfort and red lemonade?
When you were
14,
kids?
15, yeah.
Fucking
Entry
hell.
drink.
Bunch
Now,
of
this is the pièce.
degenerates.
This is pièce de resistance.
Chicken filet roll.
This is the way you get it, buddy.
Everyone has told me that I need this.
You're talking thousands of calories in one thing.
Why? By the way, why is this such a big Irish thing?
I don't know.
Do you know the history behind any of these, or is it just a thing?
It's just a fucking thing, man.
Man, we're driving down the street and you're telling me on June 2nd, 1936, this guy took a stroll and you don't know the history of these famous dishes?
Lad got a roll, said, here, there's no ham left. What'll I do?
Is there ham in there?
Stick it- No.
Okay.
I told them, no pork, man.
By the way, very much appreciate the gloves.
So, right, so this is a very basic one they've gone for. This is just
Yeah.
butter and chicken. I'd go lettuce, mayonnaise, cheese myself, but
Ooh,
here we
it's
go.
nice, it's warm.
I might, well, I'll get a bit into me myself.
Hey, schlanti.
Do you want to touch them?
No.
No? You sure?
This is class.
You like that?
Really nice. 4.8.
That's the winner. I mean, I'm glad that happened. That is a very good choice. The lemonade and the chicken fillet would be my probably favorites as well.
What a meal.
Are you happy?
I'm buzzing right now. Are you kidding
Go
me?
for more TK.
I'm buzzing right now. This is incredible.
Well, there you have it. Ariel Helwani tries the hits. What a man you are. We got to go. We got other stuff to do, but what a great guy. I love you so much. The best in the world. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm going to get a tattoo of the tricolor right over my heart.
With a chicken fillet roll in the
With
middle.
a chicken fillet roll in the middle. Filet. I love this country. I love everything about you people. I love your cuisine. I love your warmth.
Thank you.
I love your culture.
Thank you.
I love everything. I love the air. I
Thank you.
love the trees.
Thank you.
The smell. I mean, don't even get me started on Temple Bar. It's a fantastic. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this food. Thank you to Joe.ie. You guys are absolute class gents, and I'll be back. Have no fear.
Nice one.